Greetings and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I am Flesh Wound Dan, and we are joined by the full crew tonight. Producer Todd.
Good evening.
Finally returning from exile, Pugs Dread.
An early Juneteenth miracle.
Namaste. Howdy.
And Mike Kruger.
Welcome to primetime, bitch.
Hello there.
You know, last year you were emancipated on Juneteenth for your last year's return. It was
it? You know what? I think I remember that
because I made a big deal about it.
That's right. So that's now going to be a tradition, probably.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that I'm getting deja vu. I was like, yeah, you did immediately, pretty much to the date. So
no, last year it was on the day because I made a big deal about it.
That is funny. I'm trying to behave, guys. That's not.
I know. I'm poking.
Low hanging strange fruit.
Yes.
Already marked the time.
I got that.
I was just trying to ignore it. Yeah. So what have you guys been up to? We haven't had all four of us in a
That comment made us lose a viewer, by the way.
Go fuck themselves.
We didn't hit 3 minutes yet.
Sorry.
A little too ambitious. This is the
right,
first night, everybody.
You added fuel to the fire, Todd. It's your fault.
At least it wasn't just so that's fine. I don't have to cut the early F-bomb. I could, but I'm not. It's not like we're not already buried in the search engines.
Are we shadow banned? Is that why?
I don't know. I don't think we're. Sometimes I question it when our numbers always plateau at a certain number, but anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be here. Happy to be back.
I mean, to be honest, if we're shadow banned, it's from Dan talking about his fucking cum.
Yeah.
Still kind of talking about that. Okay. All right.
He does it a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It makes us unique. You don't see
no one wants to hear about it, Dan.
You don't hear dead meat talking about beating their meat. You get that with Flesh Wounds.
And that's why they have much more listeners than us, Dan.
They do. But we're cooler.
You know what, Dan? I guarantee you they have how many women do we have? Every time we have a woman, Dan scares them off.
We have at least 5 or 6 that I'm aware of.
Yeah, bragging rights. Yeah, fuck yeah, JG Michael. You guys aren't shadow banned. You're just a GG Helen of horror. I accept the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
I'm a prick, you dog dick.
Oh wait, no.
Slash on video, yo. Or YouTube, JG Michael.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're GG Allen bad. I don't think anybody's like actually shit.
I'll take a shit right now.
Yeah, dude, I'll shit and throw it at the camera right now.
And now you can tell the shit you want. We're past 3 minutes.
All right.
There you go.
Make Vince McMahon proud.
So yeah, like nothing's been happening in the world or anything since you guys have been gone. It's just been quiet. Now it's exciting again. So yeah, we're gonna talk some horror. But what do you guys got going on, Kruger? I know you're now less than a month out from your big day.
Yeah, I have that match July 11th, the body bag match, and I have a match June 28th in Douglas, Arizona. I'm wrestling one of the kids I train, Wyatt Two Shadows, in a one-on-one. It will be the first time that, I mean, we've had probably 50 fucking one-on-ones in training, but this will be like our first one actually having it at a show. So I'm looking forward to that. Billy Gunn's going to be at the show too, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh, fuck yeah. Ass man tag team, Kruger. You got to prepare. He might be.
Nah, he's already in a fucking 5-man tag with all the fucking baby faces, so.
Oh, okay.
Just kill them all.
No, I would have loved to be in that match, but
I know Dan's super excited with today's news that it's official that Blumhouse buys the rights to the Saw franchise. Happy day for Dan.
You know
I can't
what?
wait
to see Jigsaw versus Megan.
I mean, the one thing I will say about Blumhouse buying it, at least it means that we're not going to have big gaps in between the movies, because they're going to shoot out 5 of these motherfuckers.
We'll get shitty movie after shitty movie.
Are they going to reboot it, or are they going to just start?
Well, but also think about this: James Wan. I mean, fucking, he's involved in Blumhouse, so maybe we fucking have him overseeing shit.
I brought that up last time, and Dan was unimpressed by that.
You know, the
He's
thing
literally the creator of the fucking franchise.
The thing is, though, does he care at this point? That's the question mark.
I'm sure he
Yeah.
does. He doesn't fucking. It's not like James Wan just puts out a bunch of bullshit. Even stuff that has his name attached as a producer, it's usually decent.
I think
I
like
agree.
at the very least, the original franchise I think ended in a pretty satisfying way with that last movie. They went out with a bang. You know, you could have done more with Hoffman and everything, but I'm content with where we ended up. So I mean, if they're gonna ruin it, at least it's a fresh start.
They already, but we already had them wait another movie after they left it off. Yeah, it was a prequel, but I mean,
yeah, no, I loved it. I thought the last
that last one was fucking good. So until they fucking prove me, I mean, granted, I fucking hated Spiral, but fucking yeah, I'm with you.
I have a feeling you guys are going to change on Spiral when we start getting the Blumhouse entries.
I don't hate Blumhouse like Dan.
Yeah,
so I'm open to it.
I'm middle of the road. Like, there's some stuff I love, some stuff I hate. So we'll see. But I'm optimistic.
My thing with that is there's no movie I feel like Blumhouse tone wise doesn't feel like Saw.
No,
that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I think is going to be a problem.
Maybe they'll go for a change.
Maybe, but
like if they want to get punk rock, go hard.
no.
Since Pugs is back, can we rewind to some old news that might traumatize him way more than Blumhouse getting Saw for me?
Oh God,
I glossed over that because I put it together.
Jordan Peele might get Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Do you really want me to drop a hard end right before Juneteenth? Fuck that.
Damn.
I don't believe it's going to happen. I think it's just thrown.
It's a possibility. Yes, it's not.
I don't even believe he really like. There's no black people in it. It's not a movie. He makes movies.
It'll be a black cast.
Yeah, it'll be Leatherface, like fucking In the Hood or some shit.
If he takes Leatherface to the Fifth Ward, I might hold my judgment if we have the Ghetto Boys showing up.
Dude, I would die. I'd be in.
But you know what? I think I might be in for an all-black chainsaw. But Leatherface still has to be white, but I think that's okay because he's the.
But give him a white hood. Like if you're gonna do this, fucking lean in.
I don't know. I don't.
You know what? Honestly, if it's like a KKK version of Leatherface, I may change my mind on stupid ass Jordan Peele.
I don't think he's gonna do that. You might see Leatherface sawing his way through KKK, but
that's not what I want.
Yeah, and that might be fun, but I mean, I don't know that. I don't think we're gonna get
the other way.
I don't know, Pugs. Keep dreaming on that one. I think.
Myself.
What other news? Any other news bits today? I've been a little. I got a new dog.
Hey, all right.
Little Yorkie we rescued.
I got something. We're 2 months and 10 days away until the Toxic Avenger is unleashed upon the world.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
I'm ready.
Todd, how many times you've seen it?
Once.
So how many times are you gonna see it in theaters this time?
Yeah, twice. Sorry.
Yeah, you saw it twice, you bastard. Don't
more than that. I don't know. I'll probably see it once a week until it's out of theaters.
Damn. Okay. I figured. I'm excited to see it. I actually think I'm gonna be happy. So yeah. I have full confidence. Yeah.
JG Michael's saying review the Liz Hurley movie about the Pied Piper. Is she the Pied Piper? Because I'll answer her call.
Fuck yeah, I would. Yeah, we can maybe do that on an upcoming show. Is that out yet? I don't know if I saw that on VOD, but we'll check that one out. She's got that erotic thriller from her son too, and I don't know if that came out yet. I got to double check that.
Daily Ghost has some breaking news.
The I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot still looks pointless and terrible.
Agreed.
I'm gonna cosplay Jack Black from the second one for Halloween.
You should do.
You have no hair.
You can. Oh, trust me, I had a
dreads.
You can get a wig. That's easy.
I have the ones I cut off. You can use.
There you go.
The Liz Hurley movie is called Piper, and it came out in November. It's on VOD. Thanks, JJ.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that okay? That's the. I thought that was separate, but cool. We'll check that out. I don't think it actually looks that bad, to be honest. I mean, as far as trailers go, it doesn't really.
Of all people, I thought you would be the one shitting on it the most.
I mean, am I stoked for it? No, but it doesn't look bad. It just.
It looks like the trailer for any of the movies. It's on brand. It feels like it should. But I mean, did any of the old trailers like really get you excited, or were you just young and horny for J Love?
I
there.
I know that's.
I mean, I am watching.
Michelle Gellar too.
I hadn't seen any of the trailers, but I just I'm a fan of the first movie. That's it though.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying like the trailers weren't anything special. This looks like an I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer.
Yeah,
I have no problem. I never did the TV
or-
show, but I do like the first two, and I think the
I heard
I
the TV
forgot
show.
about
Yeah.
the TV show. Yeah, I
I
remember.
think you were the only one that
movie.
saw it.
Yeah, I watched all of it, and I forgot about it. So
I'm pretty sure you told me it sucked.
yeah, that's kind of what I remembered. It had
I-
nothing to do with the movies. I remember that.
I don't remember a single person saying that show was good.
It was better than the Resident Evil one.
Yeah, talk about shows that you just totally forget. Yeah. Well, the Resident Evil one at least had some. cool
You know what's a
stuff.
good show everybody fucking forgot and it didn't really pick up any steam? Dead Ringers.
Well, I forgot
Yeah.
about
I
that
never
too.
did it.
Dude, Pogs!
Yeah.
Never did Dead Ringers.
That
That's on
that
Shudder,
show
right?
was for you.
Okay. Hey man, there's a lot going on.
I
It's on
know.
Shudder though, right? Am I not tripping?
On Prime.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's
Sorry.
Prime.
It was Prime. Okay,
Weren't
yeah,
all
we
those
watched-
on? Weren't
yeah,
all
but-
those shows on? Wasn't? I
Yeah,
know-
I
Oh,
know.
yeah,
we
I
did
still
on
haven't seen
last time.
them. The second season.
I
Me
haven't
neither.
either.
I haven't watched Squid Game season 2 and 3's coming out next month.
neither.
I saw. Oh, is that next week? Oh, fuck yeah.
Next month, July.
That cool.
So yeah, I
I
know.
need to
I'm
catch
just
up
going to
on
start at the beginning and get ready for the new one. So
Oh, Lionsgate is putting out Jacob's Ladder on Blu-ray. Awesome. That's one of my favorite movies.
wasn't it already on Blu-ray? It's putting it out.
Yeah,
again?
but it didn't have like a good release.
I'm assuming Lionsgate Limited Ghost is it like a big special edition? I'm excited for Frailty.
Yeah.
Which is due a new edition. And Ghoulies
Talked
3.
about Frailty on the show.
I don't think we ever have. I'm
No.
down for it though.
Yeah, no, that was I love that film.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
Well,
Ooh.
well,
I
yeah,
think
we
you would like it, dude.
Yeah,
think
I
you would
do
really
too.
like it.
Bill Paxton's best role.
I don't know about all that.
He is good in that.
It's his best acting role.
Fantastic, dude.
There's over the top Hicks is hard to beat, but that's not
Yeah.
really showing off his acting chops. That's
true.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I get that being a favorite and something like that. But
Hicks.
From
His name?
Aliens.
Aliens.
No, I know that's not. Isn't Hicks
Wait.
Michael Bean?
you're right. The other no
yeah.
wait.
Wait, no. Hold
Hicks-
on.
I'm all confused now
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, now I'm confused. Hold
Yeah,
on.
well, I'm trying to remember the. Does that make you feel like a man? No. Does it you? Does you?
Are we
Whatever.
both-
Game Over, man. Is
Yeah,
like,
are we both searching to get Hicks
Hudson.
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 Okay.
No, you're right.
Same H. I got
Yeah.
it.
Y'all know who I meant.
Yeah.
You're right, Hicks. Because I was getting him confused with his Terminator. I was like, no, Michael B. Oh, never mind. So, yeah,
Yes.
Cameron.
Yeah, no, Frailty is so good. I remember just seeing that in the theater, having no idea what I was in for, and what a good one. Much like Bug, another movie that I think
I love Bug.
Loved Bug. So
Yeah.
good.
two movies that I don't think anybody Ravenous I would throw in there too. Just movies they didn't know how to market them. Nobody knew what they were getting in for. Am I seeing a Western? Am I seeing a horror? I'm seeing a drama. What the hell is this? And yeah, see Frailty if you haven't.
I don't
You
remember
really-
Frailty being mismarketed at all. I remember it being marketed as a horror film.
I don't
rem-
think people knew what to make of it. Is
No, that
really
still happens a lot with movies, though, too.
yeah. Ravenous was probably the one that had the most trouble. It's like, I mean, I read Fangoria, so I kind of knew, what these movies were
Yeah.
going to be. But I think
Isn't that one of Double J's last movies?
Double J's.
The one who ends up on the headstone in Beetlejuice. I'm trying not to say that.
Oh.
I'm not trying to
no,
say the diddler's
you know
name.
what? Jeffrey Jones has credits after
He's
that.
one of them.
Yeah.
He does have credits. People think he just totally stopped. He did a disaster movie, and he did a couple other low.
Dan,
budget.
I don't know why you know so much about that. Let's just move
I do.
on.
No, somebody said
Oh,
it.
you guys R.I.P. What's his ass? Fucking Ed Gale.
Oh, no.
bastard.
We're saving that. We were saving that for you and for our
Okay.
next Patreon show.
Cool. Then I'll save it.
We
It's
need to-
time. It's here.
Ed
We're
Gale
waiting
also
for you.
rest in peace, Paul Thomas, who I heard passed.
Yes. We got breaking news last show.
Yes,
Oh, fuck.
exactly.
Boo.
So I think we caught up on most of the news for you, Pugs. Hopefully, but yeah, since he's been gone. All right, so
Kelly
let's.
Clarkson.
I
Yeah.
was thinking that too, damn it.
You think I know that? I'm gonna just pretend that I do.
I know it.
Of course
Dan, you know
fucking
way.
I can breathe for the first time.
I'm still living on.
Cool,
I
you're
told
gonna-
you.
You're gonna have an opponent clip that. Be careful.
Dan,
Use it in a promo.
We're gonna use that in his next promo.
If somebody
Slow
used my
down
if somebody,
and make
hold
it
on,
creepy.
Dan, if somebody used my face in a promo, I would stab them when I got to the locker room. Like,
That's true.
shoot.
No. No, I think we need
and
to
Grand
take
Theft
that
Auto
song.
and what is it? What,
We're
what's
gonna
our
take that song, slow it down, and make it creepy for
I
the
know.
next promo. Now.
You should cut a promo. Just use the whole song and like just like your buzz.
You know, I got it. We need to make a promo like the Excalibur promo or the Jason Takes Manhattan promo. So you just played a weird song, then you turn around and it's
Yeah, right.
There you go. Done. You're coming soon, CCW.
I think there'd be something even like extra disturbing if your character just came out to like a pop song, like slowed down.
I mean,
Like,
dude, Schlack coming out the Cool in the Gang is fucking terrifying.
that shit rules.
That was Block Party vibes, and now there's that. I want that tag team more than ever. Those dudes just acting
Dude, dancing is fucking phenomenal.
all right.
Oh,
Slash
I
cutting
do have
rugs.
one more. I do have one more thing before we go into the thing. Apparently, I'm going to be in a fucking short film. So when that fucking comes out, I will let you guys know.
Very
Fuck
cool.
Fuck yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, the guys that I do the fucking training with and shit. They came out with a Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre short film like earlier in the year. I think it was like around January or whatever. But now they're doing another one. It's supposed to be original slasher. So I don't know what I'm doing in it yet.
Well, I hope you're the
Sweet.
fucking slasher. Otherwise, what the fuck?
Probably not. But
There's
we
money
have-
on the table. You'll be in the sequel.
I'm surrounded by fucking people that are 6'4", so that's the problem.
ooh,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah,
Have we not seen Child's Play and Leprechaun? Problem my balls, dude.
yeah. No, I get it.
I didn't
but-
know that's the nicest. You're that-
High tension too.
Just call
Felipe.
them-
Felipe.
No, he just
Nahon.
said they're 6 feet. I'm just saying.
I
short
get
people-
it, but
smaller people
I don't know. I
It
just,
wasn't a dig.
I didn't like it.
Depending how you shoot it, like high tension, Felipe Nahon, I think he's like 5'5". He's short, like, but in that movie,
Well, it doesn't fucking matter in a goddamn movie. But hey,
Yeah.
now it ain't, I'm
Tom
not the one.
Hardy in
I'm not-
in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, but I'm not the one spending money to fucking do it. So
True.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. Congratulations, man. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
no, so once
I'll
that's
definitely check
ready,
it out.
we'll do a watch party or whatever the fuck.
fuck
Very
yeah.
cool. You know, we should just start. Then give us the reason to start a Flesh Wound Film Festival, short films.
Yeah.
I know another wrestler who did one just recently too. I found out at 3PWA. Maybe we can figure something out. Everyone
Fuck
else does
yeah.
a film festival. We'll do a Flesh Wound one. There you go.
Also, check out the Alien parody that I'm in, the Region Free movie, feature length movie, by the way. So you can check that out now as well. It's an Alien parody, so it's kind of fun. And I guess that's all we got. So let's get into the movies. Our first one of the evening from director Jason Brooks, The Death of Snow White. And this is available on VOD starting July 1st. And in this film, pursued by her stepmother for her eternal beauty, Snow White flees into a terrifying forest and aligns with 7 bloodthirsty, badass dwarves, cold-blooded assassins with a knack for brutal killing. Her spirit is tested in this grim fairy tale.
Tag me
so-
in, brother. Tag me in.
Quick tag, but before I do, I just want to say, and it needless to say with this podcast, you probably already know, this ain't for kids. But hot tag, go Kruger.
You didn't need that disclaimer, goddammit. We've already been talking about all the shit that we've been talking about. Now we need a disclaimer. Oh, it's not a kids movie. What the fuck?
It's called The Death of Snow White.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna figure it out.
All right, whatever. Well,
anyways,
aren't soft. You can show it to them then.
This movie was the shit. I fucking loved it. When it comes to these Disney movies being turned into horror movies, this may be very well the best one outside of Screamboat. I don't know if I would put if I could put it above Winnie the Pooh 2 or not, but like they're like neck and neck with each other. It's that quality. I thought the whole movie is really impressive. Lots of fucking awesome set designs, shit ton of extras that make the movie feel bigger than what it was. The dwarves are badass. I loved our Snow White. I loved all the characters. The evil stepmother was fucking awesome, and like this movie honestly like went into like torture porn realms in certain fucking aspects. There's like some really brutal shit that goes on in this. We see like a blood eagle, a fucking goddamn somebody get their teeth ripped out, fingers getting chopped off, heads getting cut off. Really, and all of the stuff is on screen with practical effects. Minimal CGI throughout this thing. The only like big, like I think there was a little bit of CGI blood in certain aspects, but other than that, all the gore was practical.
Blood was practical too. Actually, I did research on this one.
I think there was a little bit of enhancement in a few scenes, but other than that. Fucking all the gore was practical. Also, there's a scene where they go into this dark forest and there's these creatures that attack them. And I just thought the creatures' costumes looked really fucking awesome. But the dwarves are really what makes this movie. They are the baddest motherfuckers I've ever seen.
One of them looked like mini Jason Statham.
Yeah, mini Jason Statham. They're chopping people's heads off, cutting people's balls off. Like they're just the shit. I love them. I could have a whole movie just about the dwarves and their adventures. So yeah, as a whole, this was extremely impressive. I am now fucking like on the radar of this director and writer. It's also the director of writer that made those Friday the 13th Vengeance fan films.
Yeah.
Snow White actually plays Ashley Jarvis in two of those.
Yeah.
She's actually in another Friday the 13th fan film too.
Yeah.
Rose Blood. I don't think I've seen that one.
I think Rose Blood's the 7 sequel.
And Vengeance are two of the ones that I say these are like good ones to check out for.
Yeah, those are the ones with CJ Graham in it. It's like Jason and his dad versus his dad.
Yeah, I like those way better than what's the popular one?
Never Hike Alone.
Yeah, I like those better, but I also like that Bigfoot one better too. But that's just for pure insanity.
But yeah, as a whole, this was fucking awesome. I highly recommend it. And if you are a fan of like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2, or Screamboat, or any of those flicks, you're gonna have a great fucking time with this. This impressed the hell out of me, and I'm very excited to see more from this director.
I do have one minor correction on something you said, Kruger, though the reasoning is there. This is not a Disney remake because this story, Snow White's been public domain since Disney made it. But I do, but I have to point that out for what I'm going to say, which is ironic because now they're like Walt was all about the public domain. Disney now is not.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny, but yeah, it's got to the point people just, okay, that is a Disney movie, even though all of the Disney classics up to a certain point are all based on public domain stories.
No, for sure. Pinocchio, all that shit.
Yeah. So it is kind of funny that they went the other way. But
the Grimm fairy.
Is Snow White a Grimm tale?
Yeah, it's one of the fairy tales.
Okay. Is this closer to the story than
So the story, yes, absolutely. Okay. People forget, like, I mean, that stuff is in a lot of ways the root of our genre. In a lot of ways, those stories are very fucked up if you go and
I've never read the.
And they never say snow. Skin as white as snow, which is a Disney thing, not a Grimm fairy tale thing.
Yeah.
So actually, Snow White not being white was not inaccurate in the Disney retelling, but it wasn't done in the wrong way. And it's funny because everyone thought like, what's her name? Oh shit, I can't think of her name.
Rachel
right now.
Zegler.
No. The one that everyone wanted to play. That she resembles actually. From Only Murders in the Building, the Disney kid.
Us.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez. Okay.
That's the one people were saying should have played Snow White in the Disney one.
Sold.
I agree, but I think this girl actually kind of looks like her. She's better casting for Snow White than the Disney picture for sure.
I think Selena Gomez isn't a very good actress, so I think that would have been a mistake. This actress, Sanaya Lotsis, hopefully I'm saying her name right. Yeah, I agree. She was very good.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She, looked the part. And I was a little concerned going into this movie because I saw like she was the daughter of one of the producers, which usually is not a good sign, but she was fantastic.
Some Nepo babies have actual talent. So.
Well, she definitely does. But yeah, so going into this, shooting a fantasy movie, and this is still a fantasy horror movie. I mean, it tells the Snow White story. And it's a very different vibe from a lot of the public domain slashers we've been getting.
Yeah.
So I think even if you don't care for some of those movies, you may still like this. So don't like cross it off your list. I love just how like fucking mean and nasty the evil queen is.
Yeah.
She is just brutal. I mean, some of the violence that we get in here and the cruelty. I mean, maggots coming out of the mouth, teeth being removed, fucked up experiments, and like I was not expecting this. And making a fantasy movie on a low budget is so hard. I remember back in the MySpace days talking to a guy who he did something with some Ren Fest, and he was trying to get something made, and he was talking about how hard it is, like the wardrobe and just everything, and how it blows up your budget. I was so impressed with what they did here. It was shot outside of Seattle and apparently a little bit in Idaho. The forest was sinister and so cool. These tree creatures that come to life look as good as anything as you'll see in any Lord of the Rings show or movie. I thought they were amazing. And I think fantasy fans as well as horror will really like this. Again, you got to go in expecting a hard R movie, but I think one thing that this does a lot better than the recent Disney movie, which I tried to watch today. And
I was just say which Dave didn't really watch, but he's going to comment anyway.
Well, I did watch for almost an hour of it, and I did look at the plot breakdown. The dwarves are badass. They're a part of the story. That Disney movie was fucking moronic what they did with the dwarves, because they kick ass in this movie. They developed their personalities pretty well for a shorter running time. Which
the table scene is really all you needed.
Oh my god, Kruger Brent
fell in love with everybody.
That Blood Eagle scene, I was like,
hell yes,
holy fucking shit! Yeah. Like, holy crap, I could not believe that they went that hard. And the story with the prince, because that's what the fucking Snow White story is all about. This movie gets it. And I think that Chelsea Edmondson is the evil queen. She was amazing. Yeah. If you're a fan of like early seasons of Game of Thrones, I think you'll love this. If you like even old school like fantasy stuff like Sword and the Sorcerer or the Deathstalker films, I think you'll have a lot of fun.
I'm gonna throw this out, but it's not a dig. But Xena and Hercules, you'll like that shit too.
Yeah.
Can we mention the huntsman that looked just like Christopher Lee? Also, I was like,
yeah, it was weird.
Younger son.
The director actually plays Huntsman Gunner.
Is that the Christopher Lee one?
Yeah. Wasn't he with the long hair guy? Right.
I think. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but no, the main
Huntsman
one,
guy,
the director. Right? The main one, yeah, is the director.
It's Christopher Lee with long ass hair, like Solomon.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, this one just rocked. I was surprised because modern fantasy is mostly missed for me. And
this is one I've been waiting on since it hit theatrical that I couldn't get to see, because this came out right before the Disney Snow White in theaters, limited.
Oh, really?
It So I don't know how many screens it did, but it was playing in theaters at one point. Budget's estimated at a little over $1 million, which
wow, stretch that shit out. Good job.
But yeah, I mean, with the wardrobe and location, it's
a real castle, real animals.
They built the castle in the movie. Yeah, but you know what? Doing the fan films and working on the cheap probably really helped them on something like this.
I think it did. Yeah, I think it did too, because I mean, this looked better than a lot of bigger budget movies, and also the sexuality in it. There's a lot of nudity in this.
We got gross boobs. I was a fan of that.
Yeah,
you get gross
cool.
boobs. Yeah, the witches in the mirror are topless.
I fucking love them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they were badass. They're like Cenobites almost.
Almost made me change my mind on dark skinned women. Nah, not really. I'm just kidding. But they were cool as shit.
But yeah, no, it was great. I loved it. I was glad that, because there was a bit of a buzz when it was coming out, and that the anti Snow White or the opposite of the Disney, and it is like, yeah, it delivers in every way you could imagine. And more. I was just hoping for a cool story, and it delivered on the gore, the story, the sets. I don't have a bad thing to say about this film.
I co-sign everything y'all said. This was cool as hell. This was the second movie I watched because I've been busy, and I was ear to ear smile almost the entire time. It was really good. It was palatable. I fucking liked it.
Yeah, and I love the dwarf that kept saying the C word nonstop.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And the other one was like language. Yeah, the grumpy dwarf. He was actually my favorite.
Yeah, I'm hoping you should check this out on VOD. Hopefully, it'll get a physical release at some point.
Yeah, I gotta have this.
Definitely worth the VOD money on July 1st. Check this one out.
Yes, check it out from the Horror Collective. And all right. So what do you guys rate it?
I was tossed up between a 3.5 and a 4. I'm gonna go with a 3.5 for now, but there's definitely some room to grow. So 3.5 out of 5.
I am a solid 4 out of 5. It's really good.
I'm going to give it the 4.5 out of 5, actually. Maybe a couple little points where it shows its budget a little bit, but
no deal breakers.
For the most part, yeah, this movie is a blast. And apparently there's a 2+ hour cut at some point. So I hope we get a director's cut.
I don't know. I have a feeling that may overstay its welcome. I think the runtime we're at is good. I'll obviously watch it. Maybe I'm wrong. But is that just a first cut too? Because now they everyone saying, there's another cut that was 3 hours long, and it's really just the assembly cut, not the...
Yeah, remember fucking Godzilla versus Kong? They were like, there's a 5-hour long cut.
Yeah.
Well, the director apparently would like to put this out. I did see something.
Okay. So it's not just
yeah, it's not
that's
them
good
just
to hear.
janking.
That's good to hear. Then that's definitely worth checking out. But like I said, July 1st, definitely worth.
What do you rate it, Todd?
I said there was nothing wrong with it. I'm a 4.5. It feels like I could raise to a 5, but yeah, I really did like it. It delivers in every possible way.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving it a 5.
There you go.
I don't have any complaints. There's nothing holding me back other than, so I'm not. So it's a 5.
Sweet.
If we really just do 3.5, 4, 4.5, and 5.
Yeah.
That's cool. Top tier shit. Watch that shit.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, we'll move on to our next movie. Christmas coming a little bit early with He Sees You When You're Sleeping from director Charlie Steeds, and this is currently streaming on Plex
and available on VOD.
All right. So, from director Charlie Steeds, Chester returns to his home after witnessing his parents' murders 17 years ago by a killer dressed as Santa. A new Santa killer begins killing his relatives. Chester then questions if the killer returned or if a more terrifying truth exists. Okay, so the director of this one, Charlie Steeds, we've certainly covered some of his movies before. He is the director, I think most recently, Gods of the Deep, which was very ambitious. I did like that one a lot. He did Death Ranch, which I remember liking, Cannibal Farm, Werewolf in England, and the Haunting of the Tower of London. He can be hit or miss. Barge People's probably his most famous movie.
Oh God, dude. Fuck, I hate that movie so much.
That one was a miss.
I think that may have been one of my first zeros I've ever given on the show.
I didn't think it was quite a zero. He's an unusual director because sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off. Like, I like some of his stuff.
I remember Gods of the Deep not being very good. That was the Lovecraft one, right?
Yeah, I remember liking it. I thought it was pretty ambitious, the underwater story on a budget. But
yeah, I remember liking that one too.
Yeah, I think you didn't.
Cannibal Farm was the shit, if I recall. But
Cannibal Farm was that cool. I actually liked that one. That was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff. And literally, I forgot what the fuck they called him, melty face or melted face. Something like that. What the fuck was it? Damn it.
He's pretty prolific. He's directed quite a bit and puts them out. I mean, he's better than a lot of directors right now that are known for putting out tons of product, but it's hit or miss. So getting into this movie, one highlight I will say off the bat, Carolyn Williams is the aunt, who is in this movie and has screen time throughout the film. She's another one of those actresses that is so good. Of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. She's so good, but a lot of times it's like she'll be in a movie. She's maybe in it for 5 minutes if you're lucky. So that is a very good thing that you get to see her throughout the movie, and she hams it up. She chews a lot of scenery, and you saw her at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, so that's always a good time. We also get a smaller cameo from Nicholas Vince of Hellraiser fame, the Chatterer, as Dr. Landry. This movie, so one of the big issues I have with it is I didn't like the lead.
He sucks.
It's like
he didn't kill it though.
Every once in a while, like, I get it. It's like he didn't kill it, but like it's like we're supposed to feel sorry for him, and yet I kind of felt like I wanted to join in on the bullying. Like, that's not a good thing. Like, there's something about him. It does a lot of things right for a low budget slasher movie, in that it avoids the CGI kills, and sometimes that means you don't show the kill, which unfortunately is what this does quite a bit. There are a couple cool ones at the end. There's a Jason homage with the sort of sleeping bag kill. There's the candy cane kill, but for the most part, this is like, we're just going to avoid showing blood so we don't get the CGI sprinkles, and that's fine. So it makes the right decision there. It's an homage to Silent Night, Deadly Night. Uncle Nick at the beginning really channeling Grandpa Chapman from that movie. I had fun with it to a point. I enjoyed watching Carolyn Williams. It's just, all things considered, this was just kind of been there, done that. It doesn't stand out. I'll probably forget about it pretty quick.
I wonder, I agree. I just wonder if I would have saw it in December or November when I was in the spirit, if it would have hit different.
I'm watching it in December.
Yeah, because I did have some of the been there, done that, but so do a lot of Christmas slashers. So I just don't know if it was the wrong time of year for me. But yeah, I kind of gotta agree with Dan.
Yeah, I didn't like this. I appreciated the attempt with the Silent Night, Deadly Night homages and shit, but the characters, and especially our main character, like he sucked. I felt nothing for him. And just I felt like the acting and the dialogue overall just felt a little robotic at times, where like it just felt like they were reading off a piece of paper, and that kind of took me out of it too. Along with a lot of off-screen stuff, there was 2 cool kills. Dan talked about the candy cane kill through the back of the neck. That was cool. There was also an ice skate to the back of the head. That was pretty fucking cool. And that, honestly, those 2 kills probably kept me from completely hating the movie. But overall, this is a one and done. Not anything I'm going to recommend.
Okay, well, I seem to be the outlier here. So this was my first movie back being able to watch a movie. If you've been watching the show for a while, you know how I feel about Christmas horror. Fucking love that shit. This was playing the greatest hits. I was having a blast. I didn't care. Like, I didn't like the lead. He did suck, but it did not ruin anything for me. I was on board. I want more. I don't know if that's possible, but yeah, for me, I just had a good time. Like, are there room for improvements? Obviously, yes, but like the kills Kruger mentioned. And then the opening is so mean. I was like, I'm in. You're playing with house money the rest of the time. You just don't fuck this up. And they didn't for me. So I actually really like this movie. I would say check it out.
Yeah, and you can check it out right now, streaming free on Plex or VOD. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one another shot closer to the actual holidays. But yeah, because it does have that greatest hits feel. But like Dan said, it came off kind of like a been there, done that right now. So I think in the season, I haven't
been there or done that in a while. So this, yeah, I was primed.
But you remember the last time your first movie in a theater, you ended up with Spiral. So the other way.
Yeah. So yeah.
To bring it back to Saw, there we go.
and it was a solid script. I mean, there's some twists and turns.
Yeah, I just think it was we probably watched a little bit too early.
Yeah. Yeah, it could go up a notch or two. It is certainly better than a lot of Christmas slashers that we've covered on the show. So.
Well, we got to ask Kruger, did he like it better than Bikini Bloodbath Christmas?
Well, not Todd. You're putting.
Yes!
I mean, come on. Like, he can't believe you asked that. Like, that movie is like classic. That is right up there with Christmas Evil.
Dan, suck a dick and die.
Damn, in Minecraft. Got to remember.
Yeah.
As our buddy Orc says.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I don't want to be too harsh on this one. Come Christmas, I would say that would be, again, as Todd said, that'd be the time to give this one a watch. If you want a new Christmas slasher, it's got its moments. Just, yeah, kind of so-so. Kind of forgettable for me.
All right, then Dan, why don't you rate it first?
I give this one a 2.5. It's average.
Pugs?
I am a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I am a 2 out of 5.
I'm a 3. So.
Okay. Well, there you go. Got some love at least.
All right. Now let's see our next one.
All right.
Will it get any love?
Will it get any love? You got to tune in to find out. All right.
I'd like to go first on this.
Okay. Absolutely. All right. So our next film from director Corbin Timbrook, who I'll talk about in a second because he is kind of notable, has had an interesting career. We have Do You See Me? And in Do You See Me, we follow Emily, who is freshly separated from her ex, finds herself being stalked by a rogue clown that only she can see. He's everywhere. Anywhere she turns, he is there. So a couple notes before I tag you in, Kruger, because this kind of confused me at first a little bit. There's 2 listings on IMDb for this one, 2017 and 2024. And what I looked into it is the same movie. 2017, obviously this kind of had somewhat of a release. Obviously not much of one. Some people saw it, but I guess it was picked up. I don't know the whole production history or the story with that, but it's same cast, same director.
Was that around the same time the clowns started popping up everywhere?
Yes, this is definitely a play on that, and it is in California.
You know what?
Yeah.
I felt that without knowing. Okay.
There are references to it, and yeah, you could
Wasn't that
kind
what's
of
his name? Wasn't he doing that all the time? Delaware.
Yeah.
just before I tag in, if Corbin Timbrook sounds familiar, he is notable as an actor and a director. He did act in Ski Patrol, one of the main stars of that, which we're big fans of here. He was in stuff like,
No, don't do. I've told you numerous times. Stop doing the we.
I thought you were a fan of Ski
No, I don't like Ski Patrol. Ski School's a different thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I told you got to knock that we shit off.
I thought
that
for
all. You do
sure
that
you
all the time. No,
I thought for sure you liked
Personalize
Ski
it.
Patrol.
it's got
Strangeland, that shit.
It was also in Forbidden Sins with Shannon Tweed. I don't think
there you
have.
go. You could say
There
we
you
on
go,
that
Chad.
one. You could say we like that one.
And a lot of different stuff, but he was also the director of Porn Shoot Massacre with Shelley Martinez, Tower of Blood, Blood Ranch, Crack in the Floor, which is a really bizarre movie.
Oh, that's a good one.
So
I like that
yeah.
one.
Kruger, what do you think? I think I might know.
Do you see me? I wish I didn't. This movie fucking is awful. Holy fuck, dude. Literally for about an hour and 25 minutes, or an hour and 20. What is this movie? Fucking what? An hour and 25 minutes?
20.
I'd say about hour and 20 of this is just this bitch acting fucking scared and fucking just nothing happening in this goddamn movie. If you want clown action, it's very minimal on here. He's not in the movie, like barely fucking at all. It's just following around this annoying broad that's fucking maybe schizophrenic. I fucking hated this movie with a fucking passion. It's like one of the worst things I've fucking seen all year, just because there was like absolutely nothing to it. Nothing got me interested. I didn't think anything was fucking compelling in the story at all. Like, oh, maybe her ex-husband is the one that's in the clown outfit. Like, really? I didn't give a fucking shit. I hated this fucking movie. I'm so pissed off that I fucking had to waste an hour and fucking 25 minutes of my time watching it. And even if it's free, Tubi, you owe me some fucking money for having to watch this piece of shit.
We really love Death of Snow White Horror Collective.
Oh, is this from Horror Collective?
They all are.
Oh, whoops.
We're honest here. We're brutally honest.
We are.
And
That's
it is what it is.
that you.
Yes,
You
this
rolled
is
the dice.
a horror society. God damn it, we tell you the truth.
So yeah, so I don't feel as passionately as Kruger because I do think there's some cool ideas here, and I like the sister, but I agree with the majority of what Kruger said. This was a bit of a chore, but the idea of a chick losing her mind with like seeing clowns everywhere, I love that. Just playing on that shit that happened during that time period. But this is fatty, and there was no like savory bite or dessert finish, so that was a little disappointing. But I don't hate it. I'm just disappointed.
And it loses its me movie appeal by releasing 7 years after it should have, or 8 years after it should have, when the clown stuff was going on.
Well,
like
Terrifier's in, so I'm sure they knew. Like, okay,
Been in for a while. What the fuck?
I'm
I
sure
do like the way the clown looks.
Yeah.
So I have no info on it, but I think this movie may not have quite been finished. I think there might have been some issues. Don't know that for a fact. That's just a guess. There's a lot of characters that this just kind of drops that I thought would figure into the end that don't at all. The way this movie kind of does end, it's like you could have just done a 20-minute short film.
Yeah.
You know,
that I think that's the biggest problem. There was not
yeah.
really a spoiler. The lack of payoff really hurt it. And yeah, I agree. If it was cut down to a short, it would have been much more interesting and cut out a lot of the fat.
Yeah.
Because at least if we were building to some kind of big, cool payoff, it would have, would have softened it. But yeah, if if you really like clowns and you really, yeah, I don't know who to recommend this one to.
I love fucking clowns, dude. And no,
Yeah,
just
I think that you'll be even more disappointed because you get so little.
yeah.
I was interested enough for a little bit. It's just kind of a road to nowhere movie. I enjoyed seeing Lisa London. Always nice seeing her pop up. The movie does throw a little nudity. Our lead's got a nice ass, and that's like about the only good thing I can say. Like, I enjoyed that. At least it gave us some skin. The sister, you know what? Like, she was kind of breaking up the tension with her comedy. I didn't dislike the actress. I just thought, like, okay. Of course, I was still hoping this movie was actually building.
If they were only bumbling cops chasing the chicken lady.
There you go. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't think it's a cast issue. I like the lead. Okay. It just, lots of like just relationship dialogue. I didn't care about the relationship between her and her ex, and she occasionally sees a clown, which she doesn't bother trying to take a photo of, I believe, at any point in this movie, or record it.
Well, if we're talking
because
about
it's not there.
I get it, but she doesn't attempt it. If I'm holding,
but Dan, it was 2017. I mean, people weren't.
You had a camera on your phone.
I know, but people weren't. It wasn't like built into them, like having the camera in the hand.
Yeah. World Star wasn't World Star yet.
Yeah. It's right at the beginning where, like, if it was now 100%, but being that this was done in 2015, probably, I mean, because the clown shit was like 2015, wasn't it?
No, it was 20. It was like 2016, 2017.
Okay, 20. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this was like it referenced. I mean, this was obviously, and maybe that's the issue too. Maybe Corbin Timbrook was just like, we need to get something out, like
capitalize on that time period.
Hold it. But another director, he has done some good stuff. This is just unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it feels like there's more to the history on this film that we don't have answers to. It doesn't. Feels like it should be more. I almost feel like than what we got. But all right, I figured this one might be a quick one. Dan, what do you rate it?
I will. Like, the cast was fine. I was engaged to a point. So 1 star, probably mostly for the sweet ass.
Again, why we have so few women listeners?
Man, I'm tossed up between a 0 and a half star.
It's the ass that's tempting him now.
No, it's not the ass. It's honestly more. I'll give it a half star.
Okay.
Bugs?
I am a 1.5 out of 5.
I guess I'm going to be generous and give it a 2.
Okay.
I like the idea. I'd revisit this, not the movie, but revisit the idea of some crazy person seeing a clown.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will say this group of titles from the Horror Collective runs the gamut. We have all different genres. Now we get some screen life.
Yes. All right. So screen life title. Live stream from writer-director Victor Suarez. And in this film, as a team of live streamers embark on a haunted house challenge, they quickly realize that the scares may be more real than they anticipated. With each twist and turn, they must navigate through the terror and fight to survive the nights. So not really my kind of movie. I'm going to get that out of the way first. We're following these influencers, and now I'm not really. It's a weird thing because I can't really fault the movie for being realistic. Maya, the lead influencer in this, I couldn't stand being around her for 5 minutes in real life, let alone 90 minutes. She's realistic. These people exist. It's not a performance issue. It's just, this is an issue of a movie that I just did not enjoy hanging with these people for 90 minutes. It does pick up. I'm very curious because I have no idea what you guys thought of this. I didn't care for it, but I'm not. This is just not my kind of movie. So I don't. I feel I'm almost unfairly shitting on it. It was rough going for the first half hour or so, where we're just kind of hanging with these people. Then, once the shit kind of hits the fan, it's like it moves fairly well. I don't buy at certain times why the camera would still be going. That's a huge issue with this.
That's really in this one, the fact
Yeah,
that they're there for clicks.
Dan,
You
like,
don't know
trust me.
yeah,
but there's a certain point where, again,
no, brother,
no, that still clicks.
And like they were even saying it like, well, we're gonna document it for the police, like.
I don't know. I don't think they would have stopped that camera.
I don't think so either, dude. Fucking, if this was like I don't pay attention to the streaming world, but like a fucking Aiden Ross or Kai Cenat, whatever the fuck, Speed, like they're gonna fucking keep that shit rolling, bro.
I agree.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, what did you guys think? Because I don't want to shit on this one too hard.
So for me, I really was into this story because I was just kind of waiting for shit to hit the fan. Because, right away, they get to this house, somebody breaks in, and then you're kind of going down the list of things that could be. Is it a weird stalker from one of the live stream people? Is it somebody else? And then what we got when the reveal happened, it felt obvious to me. I wasn't my mind wasn't really going there. So I didn't completely hate this movie. Granted, there's a big portion of this where I got bored. Like I was in once the fucking rock hits the thing, and then it's just like a shitload of dialogue and just people bantering, and then there's a dead body, and then a shit ton of dialogue, and I was just getting fucking pretty bored. But then by the time the reveal happened, it kept me from completely just despising the whole movie. And the one thing I will say is at least the performances were all believable, in my opinion. Everybody felt like an authentic character. So other than that, I really don't have too much else great to say about it. I mean, I didn't like it, and it's below average for me, but I could see where they were going. And I do think if you are a big found footage fan and like somebody that just watches every found footage movie, this will be of higher quality to you. Just, it's not my type of found footage movie either.
Okay.
Well, and this is where I'm going to come in because I'm specifically a Screen Life fan, and I did really enjoy this, and I think, if you're more just general found footage, it's not going to click. But like even the spots where I would get kind of bored on what was going on.
Oh, were you reading?
I was so entertained by the fucking comments throughout the whole movie.
See, that was the thing. It was too small on my text, so I couldn't, like from where my couch was, so I couldn't read them.
I think I put it on the big screen. So
I wanted our buddy Orc to just be there, like,
but no,
pizza toppings while they're getting murdered.
There was some orcs in that chat. That's why I was loving it. It was so like everything about this. It like I really enjoyed it because even when I started to like lull, I would just read what was going on and it would entertain me. There's a lot going on. If you have a short attention span, I always found something to focus on. Does it reinvent the wheel? No, but I had a good time from beginning to end on the whole ride. So,
I wasn't sure. Like I said, this one really could just be a me thing. It is being found footage, dialogue heavy, and that's an issue when you don't care about the characters. And that was my big problem with it. The 15 minutes.
And I hate to tell you this. You're really going to you should probably just watch this on a loop because you're really going to have to get used to annoying bitches if you're dating them.
Did I miss something?
Well, I'm not going to be dating the 20.
I'm saying if
I'm old now, Todd. I'm not dating Mia, the live streamer.
You're not dating the young women.
I would not survive 2 minutes.
I'm
2 minutes.
Dan, you definitely would if a hot piece of ass grabbed your balls and was like, "Come here, big boy. You're gonna listen to her yap all night. I guarantee you."
I'll just go to my happy place in my head and just
see. I can tune anything out, so it doesn't even bother me. Except for when I watched two idiots try to untangle extension cords. Then I. But anyway.
So bitter.
All right.
Yeah,
Todd.
no, I think this one has its fan base out there. I'd be curious, anybody that watches it, drop a comment.
Oh yeah, never mind. See, I'm the dumbass today.
That's cool. You can be asking me if I would date a 20-something-year-old. The answer is yes. I don't care.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure I'd be annoyed as fuck too, but I can handle it better than Dan.
Maybe you'd have to be over 25.
Shocker. A white person doesn't have much tolerance for other people. Call me shocked.
What does this have to do with race, Todd? It doesn't matter. It's 20 somethings.
Don't stutter your words, Dan.
I wasn't putting race on it. Just, you got to be over 30 now. I'm 39. I don't know.
Dan likes that extra. Dan likes that extra baggage.
late 20s maybe, but I don't know. No.
All right, let's rate this.
Let's rate it. There is an audience out there for it. For me, I'm a 1.
I am a 1.5.
I am a 3.5. I did really enjoy this one. Like I said, if you like screen life horror, found footage, I'll give you a little tip. This one will be hitting Plex also at the end of the month on the 30th, on June 30th. So,
oh, sweet. Okay.
You can check it out then.
Maybe I want to watch Dash Cam again. I did like Dash Cam, although I know a lot of people couldn't take
Dash Cam.
I think I liked it too. No, I know I liked it too, but I remember you did not. And speaking of coming to Plex June 30th, our next film is also hitting Plex the same day, but is currently available on VOD. Dan, why don't you tell us about our next film?
Absolutely. So our next movie is Werewolf Game, and it is from co-directors Kara Claymore and Jackie Payne. And in this film, 12 strangers kidnapped, play a death game, voting to murder one another nightly. Werewolves among them kill the villagers. Days repeat until one group remains. Adapted from Dmitry Davidov's 1986 social deduction party game, which that game I'm not familiar with, but a little background on this one. And I can't remember if this is the same adaptation of that game. It sounds like it might be, but there is a series of J horror films under Werewolf Game title. I think there's like 7 or 8 of them, if I remember. And it sounds like they're based on the same thing. So if you're curious, I am not familiar with this game, so I thought we were going in here getting an actual werewolf movie.
Yeah,
which
me too.
Yeah, same.
So
Count me in. Also, I'm just going to throw this out real quick, Dan. This is also currently streaming on Tubi.
Okay. So what up, Brian? I was not sure what I was getting. I was like, oh, okay, so definitely not a werewolf movie. Tony Todd is our lead villain, the judge, and he does have good screen time. This was obviously shot before Final Destination because he didn't look quite as sick. Seemed to be, and that's reason enough, honestly, to watch this, because seeing Tony Todd acting his ass off, always worth it. This is essentially a Most Dangerous Game ripoff. That was a 1924 short story by Richard Connell, which has been, been ripped off countless times.
Go ahead and mention your favorite one, Dan.
Surviving the Game with Ice-T, of course.
I let you get it in there.
This is essentially, I'd say, Most Dangerous Game meets the reality show Big Brother.
I was going to say Battle Royale
and Battle Royale.
Yeah, but not really the way they do it, because it's like they're only going to kill you if you're out of line until the voting comes.
But you're also on an island, dude.
You're not really being hunted, is what I'm saying. It's got that social game to it. I thought some of that was a little. There's a lot of characters. Some are not developed well. It's another one that's really dialogue heavy, and I didn't care enough about the characters for that to work. It doesn't work as a horror movie, which it just isn't. doesn't work as an action movie, and it's not particularly thrilling. I enjoyed seeing Tony Todd. Bai Ling pops up for a little
Yeah,
bit.
that was funny.
She was good. There are some good actors. Robert Picardo of Voyager fame, and
I wasn't expecting him to get so much screen time.
yeah, he's been doing some lower budget stuff.
Voyager fame. Come on, one of Joe Dante's go-to guys, and you go in that stupid ass Star Trek.
Voyager. He was the hologram.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about Star Trek Voyager?
Fuck you, Todd. He was awesome in that.
Not anybody. This is a horror show. You always bring up that stupid fucking Star Trek. How many times do I ever bring up Star Wars? Never.
A lot.
I bring up Star Wars.
A lot. Todd. A lot more than
name
I bring
one
up Star
time.
Trek.
It's probably me.
Well, it comes up a lot. It's probably not just.
No,
Todd.
it doesn't even come up a lot. You bring up Star Trek every time you
I'm
can.
he was a great character on that. He was a doctor. I'm gonna start just working it into every.
You do it on everything you can already, Dan. You can't unless you start making.
Did you know Tony Todd also played Worf's brother on Star Trek: The Next Generation? And adult Jake Sisko in a classic episode.
Go suck William Shatner's cock.
Dan's feet cut out. I don't know what happened there. What happened, Dan?
Get the hell off our land, you Kirk-loving Spock sucker.
Well, anyways, though, to the movie. Yeah, this one just didn't work for me. I'm glad. I think the actors got a vacation in a very nice, warm, sunny place, but I just wasn't very engaged. It has its moments, but I thought the rules. It would have been better if it was just like them getting hunted. It doesn't work. I don't know. What did you guys think?
The best thing about this movie is Tony Todd. I thought everything else was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Like you, I didn't care for the characters. It being dialogue heavy and just me not being interested in the dialogue nor like caring about the characters just made it a really long slog to get through. I like the idea of the story, but I mean, you could have at least gave me a little bit of gore or something when people were getting killed. Like everything, all the kills are off screen. There isn't like a lick of fucking effects there. So yeah, I thought it had a good idea, but the execution was poor, and I did not like it at all.
Yeah, cool seeing Tony Todd, but overall, yeah. Not.
It seems like we're all on the same page here because I think it's too stretched out. Like there's a lot of cannon fodder, and you don't use that to your benefit. It's not like I don't think it's a terrible movie. It's Tony Todd saved your ass.
Yeah. We only have so much new left coming from him, so it's still it's good to see it. And Robert Picardo is great in sort of the detective, hard-boiled role that he's got too, but it's just there's just not a lot there.
So what do you think better, this or Cutter's Club?
The Missing Full Moon film. Well, that one's shorter.
Yeah.
Obviously not completed, which you could tell.
I still liked Cutter's Club though, because like Tony Todd had a lot to chew on in that movie, I thought. Like
this one's more boring, but it's probably better than the movie.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like I'd prefer to watch Cutter's Club if I had to.
Plus Cutter's Club had that cool two-headed.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on in the other one, I think. Yeah. So I'd also out of the two.
Yeah. So can't give much of a recommendation for this one, unfortunately.
Watch it for Tony, but just
brace yourself. It is on Tubi, so you can check it out now. So
that's
definitely
no fucking werewolves.
We got Plex.
Take the moon down. God damn it.
And none of you even at all familiar with the game. You never tried to play it. It seems like a interesting tabletop type thing, but
tonight's winner is obviously The Death of Snow White.
If you get anything out of this show, it means fucking watch this movie as soon as it's available because it's badass as fuck.
It's like Kruger said. You get the dwarves cutting people's balls off.
Yeah,
you get blood eagles. Like it's cool. It is an entertaining ass movie.
It made me like excited for Deathstalker.
I hope that's still happening. I haven't
It
heard
is.
an update in a while on
It is.
Deathstalker.
That's
The
what
remake.
that's what Kostanski's working on right now.
Okay, so you've seen updates. I just haven't heard any. It feels like it should be getting about done.
No, because when it got like announced or whatever, there was a big crowdfunding thing.
Okay, maybe that's it then.
Yeah.
I am dying.
I don't think they started shooting yet.
Kostanski is a great choice to do it. I wouldn't even mind it though, coming from the Snow White team.
Yeah,
They did a great job. So guys, just so you're aware, we are going to have our 28 years later show coming soonish. I don't know. Final decision.
Wouldn't it be a 28 weeks later franchise show?
28 weeks later franchise show. We're going to cover all three.
We decided next Wednesday live.
Sweet. So live next Wednesday it is for that. Stay tuned for some more Gay for Fahey dropping soon.
Yeah, there'll be a new episode this weekend.
Sweet.
And we'll close out that series at the end of next week with our
Yes.
horror entry. We have another After Dark one coming up this week.
And hopefully the shirts will come back.
I don't know. The shirt's too hot for Teesprings. Well, we'll show them anyway, even though you can't get them. But the code is still good. Well, they were a little too. They were a little too. There's no nudity, but their bots think they are. But even if you can't get the shirt right now, you can use the Fahey 13 code to get 13% off all your T-shirts till the end of the month in the Flesh Wound store.
Ain't that a motherfucker? Dan's trying to the one time Dan's trying to buy our shit.
I know.
Yeah. So I love the pride flag on there.
It's Pride Month. Happy Pride, guys.
Yeah, happy Pride. Celebrate Pride with the graphic for the Gay for Fahey t-shirt that hopefully you'll get to buy one day.
We'll figure it out. I could put a different. I don't know. I could put a different image, but now at the point, this is the image I'm sold on. It has to be the Psycho 3 image. So
it kind of does.
All right.
Well.
All right.
That was a quick one.
Yeah. I was gonna say it was quick. But Kruger promote, since again I want to do this every week.
Yeah. So July 11th at Crimson Crown Wrestling, I will be competing for the Supreme Violence Deathmatch Championship against Carnage in a Hellbound body bag match, where the way to win the match is you have to put your opponent in the body bag and light it on fire. Probably the biggest match of my career. So July 11th, if you are in the California area, it will be at in Anaheim, California. Do you know what the bar is called?
The Doll Hut.
Yeah, at the Doll Hut, July 11th.
World famous Doll Hut.
So you can get your tickets now at crimsoncrownwrestling.com. Also, just look up their social media. You'll be able to find where you can purchase tickets. So get your tickets for that.
It is an outdoor event, so
yes.
Dress accordingly.
Yeah, and also it's a 21 and older event.
Right.
Although I'm pretty sure all our listeners are over 21.
Wait a minute, is Doll Hut a strip club?
No, it's a bar. We said it was a bar.
Okay, Doll Hut does sound like
Because we're doll in it. Yeah,
you're thinking of Dollhouse, the adult entertainment. Yeah. That's what you're thinking.
Girl
of.
House.
Not that one too.
Okay, well, I don't know. I thought like you're gonna see Kruger light somebody on fire and get a lap dance.
Yeah.
Well, it has been confirmed. Taylor Nicole is bringing a few friends.
I heard.
I saw. So
shit, did I skip that?
Pugs is like buying some really nice cologne and a suit, I think, for this one.
Now. You know, we're gonna be all big time. You're gonna have a monitor to call.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that the monitor's gonna come extra in hand, because they're gonna be all over the place. It's standing room only, so you're not gonna be able to see other people. So you're literally gonna have to call it off the monitor.
And then I can call exactly what you see, since anyway.
Bro.
Well, the final edit might change, but yeah.
Bro, it being standing room only, I hope we have at least fucking some sort of like railing. Because I don't want anybody fucking close to the ring when that shit gets on fire. I'll talk about this off screen, but fuck. Don't be stupid if you go to the show. You see fire, run.
Yeah, Steer
Hey,
clear.
don't pour your alcohol to put out the
Yeah, do not put it on the fucking floor and don't throw it on the fucking body bag, please, for the love of God.
Pour the
especially
gin
when
on
you're
'em.
in it.
Fire is one thing.
Can you
that is
imagine
really-
that? I'm in the body bag, fucking on fire. Somebody fucking
keep
goes and throws
chasing away from the ring.
Yeah, they throw a fucking Jack and Coke at me, and fucking then it fucking just
Goes out.
explodes.
You'll live your gimmick at
Yeah,
that
Terry
point,
Funk
I
it.
guess. Like,
Yeah,
Just remember to spin around like Freddie did.
yeah, right.
oh no, I think in that case I'm like charging into the crowd. I'm like,
Yeah,
like, all right, who threw it?
but yeah, get your tickets for that, and also if you're in the Sierra Vista, Benson, Douglas area, I will be wrestling at Thunder Mountain Wrestling June 28th at Douglas High School. So get your tickets for that too.
Fuck yeah. I'm really excited to see it. I remember the Masada fire incident in XPW, and you can hear me screaming.
I remember the
video.
Sonata Fire incident in XPW. I remember the Supreme incident in XPW.
I need to revisit this.
I
with
remember
Dan
the
Scream.
Jack incident.
Fire doesn't tend to go very well in wrestling, does
No.
it? Like, it just doesn't. It's not
No.
the best record.
I'm not a fan. Fucking like legit. I don't like Fire. If it wasn't Carnage, I would not be
You're
doing
giving. You love fire. You were born in fire.
Oh no, this is
Mike
fu-
talking, not
This is
Mike.
Mike, not
Yeah.
fucking that asshole. He doesn't give a shit.
Okay.
Yes.
But personally, worst injury I've ever had in wrestling was from a flaming fucking. Well, the most painful.
is that the
injury.
cross that
Yeah.
you were like?
It branded my back.
Coming
Yeah.
soon to UITV again.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we're not that far in. We still got.
Well, we're next episode. I think is like the build up to Hellbound, and then we're starting to the hate era.
hate. Yeah.
On stream
Uh-oh.
XPW,
Yeah.
classic UEW.
Yes, you will get the extended cut of the aftermath of the punch. I've already enjoyed putting extra footage and stuff. So. And if you didn't
Yeah.
watch last week's episode, I'm going to throw it out there. It was Kruger's first main event in a three-way with. Well,
Homeless Jimmy and BC Killer.
Was it a three-way or 2-on-1? I forget.
It was a three-way that turned into a 2-on-1
Yeah,
by the
you
end
guys-
of the match.
And then Andre Verdun versus the Insaniac. And
Was that the no rope?
yeah, and what was there's one more
Man,
match.
I wish I was a video of recording that back then. That'd been cool.
Yeah, I wish I was doing the sound then too.
Yeah.
I just
You would have got my music fucking right. Dude,
You know-
they didn't get my music right for like 4 shows in a row. It drove me nuts.
sounds right. Wasn't me. We said it to Tech Bob.
We gotta check in on him.
But yeah,
I
you guys
just talked to him the other day.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed to Stream XPW, definitely do that because there's a really cool library of what deathmatch wrestling used to be in California before it blew up into what it is now.
And I'll
We
tell
were the only motherfuckers on the West Coast fucking doing this shit.
And I'll tell you a secret: you don't even have to be subscribed to watch the UEW stuff on Stream.
Yeah,
XPW.
so
Those are breadcrumbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
streamxpw.com. Go watch some of the UEW episodes.
And then they have a new show up too. I know Jimmy Controversy.
Yeah, Venom Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet, but I definitely am going. Now that my week's going to lighten up, I'll probably watch that. And I still got to watch WrestleMania. So
Yep.
I did watch those 7 shows, but
Brian
gotta do those.
Brian Trash with the
Oh.
shout out to Homeless Jimmy. Yes, we love Homeless Jimmy over here at Flush One Features.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, he was.
I haven't seen Homeless Jimmy though in over a year.
I think
Yeah, around last WrestleMania.
I think he makes the Atlanta loop for one of his promotions, so I do have to go out and see him. When
Yeah,
he's
you do, you fucker.
away.
Yeah, go watch some fucking midget wrestling.
Go watch
Fuck,
Microman defend. Never mind.
We don't talk about
Yeah.
that here.
Come
Yeah,
try
that's all I
that
got.
with Kruger Microman. Turn you
Can
into a
you
barbecue.
can you imagine package pile driving his little ass?
It pops up.
Could you really do it? Really, Apollo?
And then just Pugs is
I mean,
yelling in the background.
I would
This
have
is
to, I'd
Fred.
have to probably do it with like my fingers like this around his legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be kind of tough to properly do a pile driver on a little person. I would think.
Not really. Just hold them tight.
Yeah.
Oh, now you call him by the right name. Last time you got in the fight with good old Phil.
Dude, by the way, did you
No.
guys see how much Hornswoggle hates fucking goddamn Peter Dinklage?
Oh, he hates his
Dude,
guts.
it's so funny. He fucking went off on his ass.
They need to do something at WrestleMania. I would pay extra money to see.
Toxic Avenger versus Leprechaun at WrestleMania.
Fuck yeah,
Dude,
Oh my
that
God.
would be great.
So
I might have to
Team
cheer for
Sheamus.
I mean, he was Dink. I mean, come on. I mean, it'd be a return for both of them. So,
Oh, Jesus. All right. Dan, there you go again. Always piling on the little guys. Now you got Phil. Now you're going after.
Phil was your fault.
How was it my fault? I went to go watch Extreme Dwarfs, and Dan had to use the M word, hard
That's because it
T,
was called
the
that.
hard T M word.
Extreme M Wrestling was what that
Extreme
was
M Wrestling.
Yes, and I just posted, and yeah, I guess
Yo,
he didn't understand.
You said I had some. You said there's no show tonight because Todd's off handling some
Midget
little person-
business.
Yeah, business. And Phil came after you.
Yeah, but that was also he thought he didn't understand the.
Dan's
King
really
Kong
typing it out.
reference.
Dan,
He was wondering if Todd was fucking a midget or something.
Dropping the elbow, but yeah, no, those shows are fun. I did go. Actually, I think it was the company that Jimmy worked for. I went outside of Atlanta a few years ago. It was actually funny because somebody like dived into the crowd on this guy, and he must not have got wrestling because he started throwing punches immediately.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That happens
like
actually
that.
quite a bit at the midget fucking wrestling shit.
yeah.
Throw him back.
No,
Yeah,
like I've seen a lot of videos of people fucking like getting in the ring and then getting the shit kicked out of them.
That's awesome.
we missed the micro maidens pugs. That was this week, Monday and Tuesday.
No,
I
is
could've
that
made it anyway? Fuck.
that is like sort of like a variety sort of.
It's more stripper than wrestling, from what I've heard.
But don't they actually have like wrestling connected to that? If I'm not
Well, I
mistaken?
mean, Bridget's there, so
Okay, but there's no like nobody's doing matches or anything.
I don't know. I didn't go, Dan.
I got a vibe it was like more comedy variety than actual stripping, but yeah, it's got to happen in October. We could have gone to that.
But if you want to hear more about a Little People story, next week, if we get our post show, Pugs will have a breaking
We'll do it.
story.
Finally,
All right, next
hold on.
Wednesday.
No. Actually,
Okay.
next Wednesday or the week after. One of those.
It at least before the end of the month
There you go.
on our next post show. we
Yeah,
will have-
you've teased this forever.
And now he's dead, so it's perfect.
All right. All right. I think that's all we got before we're completely canceled. Let's bow out. And yeah. Good night, guys. Thanks for listening. Great to be back with all of you guys.
money's on the dresser.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'll see you in Disneyland.